Hello and welcome to Preparing to Survive and Thrive Homesteading Channel, Charlie B. So what am I up to today? Well, I got my bees from Honey Hole Apiary. There they are. They're in the back of my car. Let me switch you around and I can explain some things. So I got 3 hives and there's a hole, and there's several holes in here, and that is where the bees could come out if I unleashed it, and I'm sure they were in and out until it was their time to come home with me. Lewis taped down the boxes so nothing would hopefully get out or blow out. So I'm going to put these in the hives, and once I start getting them open, I will go into a little bit more detail and we will go from there. I'm so looking forward to it, but I'm not opening up these guys until I am in my bee suit. So in case you noticed, I had like a towel around my neck. It has cold water on it in order to help keep me cool in my bee suit. So there you have it. And hey, Stash-a-rooney, he's in the car. Stash, kitty, 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 kitty. Yeah, he's not interested in me. Stash. All right, your one moment of cuteness. Okay, what I've got here is, got my gloves. I'm just getting them on. I ran up and got my microphone so I wasn't trying to scream. And I'm going to get my gloves on. And then what we're going to do is check out this one hive, and yes, it should be completely empty other than a robber bee. And then we're going to pull out some of the frames. I'm going to look at them. I'm going to see which one's the best and put the other ones back in. I'm going to take the 5 best, put them in, hopefully ones with some honey. And I've got some other frames here with me in case I need to go ahead and add some more, take it away. But I'm going to actually hopefully give these guys some extra room. So I'm going to double box them if possible today. If not, I'll come back out and do it tomorrow. But I'm hoping I can just get through this, even though it's supposed to be about 80 something degrees. So let's take a look at this. I got my smoker going. Hopefully I won't need it. Now this is to just get ready. Unfortunately, I have some ants here. So we're going to flip this guy off. Should take care of the ants. I will come out and put some ant in its I'll come out and check out an ant situation, and if I need to, I'll pull it out. Now I'm hoping I don't have more mice in here, because if I do, it's going to kind of like really screw with me and what I want to do. But I was hoping I wouldn't, but let's see. Something's been eaten here. This does have honey in it, and it also has some sugar in it. So eventually they will eat them. But I need to determine which box is the best, or which frames are the best. I'm just going to go through here and I'm going to clean this guy out to make sure there's nothing in it. Now, when I was talking to Lewis at Honey Hole, he said that if I have any honey, to make sure there's like a funnel that goes up in order to, because the bees like to lay their eggs and move up. I guess that's why in that big hive that survived last year, it was actually everything in the center. Now, it doesn't look like I have any mice in this hive, but yeah, it still needs cleaned out. These frames all look really good, except I am going to, whenever I go to add some, these will be put on the outsides because there is honey, and I'll put in some plain frames that won't have honey on them. And I'll put some of these out without less honey on them on the outskirts of the hive. So I'm just going to pull this up, get it cleaned up some. Now, I know some people will take these and totally sterilize them and stuff like that, but as many as with all the propylene, shall I say, and that my beehives, I never have seen vermin mites, or if we do, we get maybe 1 or 2 hive beetles, but the hives always take them out. I don't bother sterilizing them because I don't want to remove all the propolis that has a lot of good oils in it from the tree resins that actually is a medicine for humans as well as bees. Okay. To get this little guy right here back up on. Going to make sure that this is set up for just the small hole here for the bees to come and go, because this is not going to be a giant hive, and hopefully we'll not see any more mice. And that was a good sign that there wasn't a mouse in there this time. So I've got the box all set up. I'm going to put in a couple of the frames here, some with the best honey, and just kind of work my way like that, because we definitely want to give these guys a best start that they can do. You got to make sure there's no spiders in there also. Okay. So now we're going to do the fun part. This is the fun part. I'm going to pull off the tape and start working on the nuke. I'm going to go ahead and probably pull you up a little bit so you can see what it's going to be like when I unbundle this little man, or these little women. And I'm going to move you over to this palette. Ooh, sorry about that. Hopefully it wasn't too shaky. Now these guys could come flying out at me. Hopefully they won't. I'm going to bring up my smoker and just put it right over here. I'm going to actually go around to this side. Okay, here we go. We're removing the tape. And we're going to pull these guys up. Woo! I don't think they're going to be happy. Just saying. Guess I shouldn't have banged it so hard. But yeah, you're probably getting buzzed. I'm going to give them a few minutes to just calm down. I love bees, but I really don't like their stings. Here we go. So they're calmed down a little bit now. See, a nuke is different than bee boxes because the nukes actually come with the queen already in with the worker bees. So it doesn't take time for them to adjust. And it's also time for her to start laying eggs. So, not seeing any here. I think we got some pollen in there. But let's put these guys right here. So they have room right there to start laying eggs in this one also. Ooh, this one's really heavy. So this one must have lots of honey in it. Yes, she's got honey in it. Honey, 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 honey galore. However, I'm not seeing any brood as of yet. I'm hoping we'll find it. Okay, yes, we're getting to some brood. Eggs and larvae. Okay, so I'm going to try to come a little closer without stepping on any bees. So as you can see, hopefully you can see this. Trying not to get myself stung or kill anybody. This right here, there is larva right down in here. The larva's over in this way. The brood is right here, and there's some eggs expanding out there. And where they're cleaning off is where some of the worker bees had hatched. Now, I'm not seeing the queen. I really need to get him to start marking these guys for me. Oh, wait. Is that a queen or a drone? No, that's not a queen. Gee. It's really hard to see. But, oh, no, that's not. That's a drone also. Well, we've got drones in this, guys. All right, so I'm not going to try to chase her down, but she might be somewhere in here, hiding. But I'm not going to fight with them, since these poor little guys are scared and want to go to their home. Here's some more with lots more brood and eggs and larvae, and they're producing more honey. So there we go. So this one's in. So I'm going to squish them over a little bit like that. I'm going to get my tool and push this other one over, and then I'm going to get another frame to slide right into this one. So I'm going to go ahead and put lots of honey and sugar water down in here for them. And so there you go. Now, you might be asking, yep, what am I going to do with all of these bees that are still inside the box? Hopefully you can see them. Well, there are two ways I can do this. I can sit them on here and kind of shake them out like this, tap on the box, make them come out. And that works pretty good. But what doesn't come out, I'm literally just going to put right over here. Set it up for right now. Now, when I get the other box on top of this one, then I'm going to go ahead and lean it down towards it so it can get in and out. These guys aren't too bad. They're just buzzing me a little bit. So this will be their new home. Instead of having a very small 5-room apartment, they're going to end up with a big old house, 2-story to just start off with extra honey to help them through. Because right now, when they're not going to be going out really to look for food for the next couple days because they need to learn their surroundings. So this is definitely going to give them a better start. So I'm putting the ones with the honey right in here. Now they will be getting some nectar to make honey because I have trees all over this place that's in bloom. So I'm going to make sure I don't have honey in these frames, at least to make it a funnel. So I'm going to do the first 4 and just add honey to the outsides. I am going to go ahead and load this guy up for a feeder. I always put it on the north side because in the wintertime it helps keep the bees a little bit warmer. Now, before I go and start adding sugar water to this hive in the spring, or not in the spring, in the during the Darth, which is usually in July and August around here, I'll clean that out a little bit better. Unless they clean it out for me. It's very warm out here. These bee suits are not cooling, even though this is supposed to be one of the easier ones because it actually has holes in it. It's a mesh material. So there you go. Got one more frame to put in. One, two, three, four, five, 6, 7, 8, 9. So when we do this, we put 9 frames in along with the feeder. If we don't have the feeder in, like we down at the bottom, we don't. This ends up just being 10 frames. Sometimes it's a little hard to get these guys in. Normally when I'm getting bees, I already have these things done up, but I didn't yesterday. I had other things that I had to do that took precedence. And we're going to get these guys in. There we go. Almost. Now, this stuff that you see up here that's kind of dark, which I'll bring you over here in a minute as soon as I get this down in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch you around here so I can tell you some things. So right here, this is honeycomb. Hopefully you can see that. And the dark stuff here, it's sticky when it gets warm. But this is what the propolis is. And this is what is tree resin. And this is actually a good medical properties, has great properties for bees and also for humans. People actually buy this and put it in alcohols and take it away. Take the properties from it and use it as medical. So there you go. That is our one done. And I'm just going to put the lid back on it. I'm going to bring you back over here. I'm going to bring it up. I really need a film crew when I'm doing these. I hope you could see everything that I was doing. Because I didn't have to worry right now about giving them sugar water, I might come out tomorrow, depending on what I've got going on and how the weather is, and come out and go ahead and cook them down some sugar water. Might even do it tonight. Just depends. It is going to be really warm, but I want them to get a really good start. But right now, they've got a good bit of honey in there that I added to it, and the funnel for them to come up and lay eggs in. These guys are actually pretty mellow today. I'm surprised. Now, during the spring, we get crazy weather up here, and sometimes it may be 80-something degrees, and the next day it will be 40 or 50, like it has been this week. There is a notch in this right here. It's a hole. So what I do is during the crazy weather season, when it's 40 degrees or 80 degrees, I leave this open towards the front. So I don't have to worry about the ventilation circulating completely and cooling the hive down so much, because beehives like it hot. Okay, so we're going to get the lid on. Put the rock back on it. And like I said, with this guy, since they kind of are trying to move back in to here, I'm going to lay these guys right down here to hopefully get them to move out. Set it up right like that. Hopefully climb out and go right into there. That's all we can hope for, right? That's it. I don't really like it like that. I'm going to do this maybe. There we go. So we've got it working. And I'm going to go sign out. And I'll be back in a little bit when I get these done. We'll be seeing you soon. Okay, so let me give you a little spin here. Yeah. We got the first one I put in. We have an empty spot there for a swarm. So they're all set up. They're in. I even checked my big hive. And I will be getting some honey this year unless something weird happens. So I'm not taking off my bee suit because I have some really, really PO'd bees. That's all right. You don't need to see me. You just need to see these guys, right? So, well, that's, if you have any questions about nucs and putting them in and how I do things, at least this year. Oops, we're going to fall. Sorry about that. Nothing is, like I said many times, there's nothing at all that is flat on this land. So, well, there you have it. And if you like my content and you love my bees, please like, share, and subscribe. The best thing you can do for this channel is share it, subscribe, and leave a like, leave a comment. Please share on your social media. And this is Charlie B. Yep, my glasses are falling down. This is Charlie B signing out, and have a blessed, honest, hopefully happy day. I'll be seeing you soon.